Good going, buddy. Look at this. Can you see the size of it now? I've got another video to upload of the midnight walk last night. I haven't uploaded that one yet. Been busy. But anyway, in the gym, I asked the staff, why is it they keep washing the floor and the windows and all that lot? Well, she addressed the floor issue. She said, well, it's because, the droplets from your mouth when you breathe and stuff can go onto the floor. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I get that. But, what's that got to do with anything at all? Come on, you lot. Catch up. Come on, Collie. Chewie's way ahead somewhere. God knows where. Where's Chewie? Chewie's here. Riley. Riley. Come on, idiot. What are you doing? Don't want to lose you, do we? Eh? Silly boy. Anyway, so they were saying droplets when you breathe can go on the floor, etc., etc. So if you've got the virus could be on the floor. Yeah. I said, but how are people supposed to get it from the floor? I mean, breathing, it's on the floor. Yeah. Do you go down to the floor and lick the floor? He said, well, when you put your bottles down on the floor, I said, yeah, we don't touch the bottoms, do we, really? So I was touching the bottom to say, yeah, we don't touch this area. He said, oh, you're touching it now? Yeah, to show you that we generally don't touch the bottom of the drink, we touch the sides of the bottle to use it. And even then, okay, wash the floor maybe 3 times in a day. You don't need to wash it before every single session. That's overkill. Chewie, come. Come, Mollie. Chewie, come. Chewie. Come on. Sniffing over there. Always sniffing. Anyway, so they do that every single time. It's quite annoying though, because I was in a bit of a rush this morning because I booked the time to start in the lower gym to do chest for 12 o'clock. Got there just before 12. Quite a rush. Because I only kip after breakfast. That left us quite late. Not exactly very practical. I normally have 2 coffees. I just had coffee and a half a tea beforehand. Which, as I say, not exactly what you need, but there you go. Here's what it was. Got them in time, and then they said, we've got to do the cleaning now. You won't be able to come in until 15:15. I said, excuse me, it was booked at 12. Why on earth wasn't the cleaning done before 12? They said, well, this is when we do it. Then why was the booking from 12? There are things I could have done. I could have played with the dogs before coming out. Quarter of an hour is plenty of time. Play with them indoors so that they'll be a bit more tired. Rather than leaving them for an hour and a half to 2 hours. Or just over, actually. Yeah. Well, because I didn't utilise the second hour really upstairs. I was about half an hour up there. I did everything I wanted to do, really. Well, I could have done more. But I should have done more, really. Because I felt my shoulders absolutely knackered. I did the upper back, the pull towards you, that one. I did the lateral pull down, really upstairs. That was all I was focusing on, was those 2, really. Because they do the upper back, so I do those today. I could have done more. But again, I'm not really used to doing 2 hours in that way. So it may be better just doing every day for an hour rather than 2 hours. Because that way you get a bit of recovery time. So at least do chest one day, do shoulders, next day upper back, shoulders, then do legs and all stuff like that. That's an option. Or I'm going to have to speak to the gym about doing legs, because it's quite tricky. They've got the leg stuff I did mention it last night in that video, so I won't mention the leg bit again. But yeah, and do arms. I can do arms a bit as well, a bit more. I'll probably do that when I do shoulders. So for chest, I do chest and legs. For shoulders, I do upper back, shoulders, and arms. Oh, yeah, that's not bad. But then just do it, yeah. I think just do it that way. Come on, this way. Come on. A row indeed. A row indeed. Yes, a row. Oh dear. All fun and games. So yeah, that's basically it for now. Last night after the walk and talk, when I was going home, went the more interesting way rather than the straight, quicker way. And as we passed the garage, I thought, I'll put a bit more fuel in, put another 20 quid in. It's only after I put the fuel in that I realised my card to pay for that is in my other jacket. So I had to go and explain, fill out this form to say I will come back and pay, etc., etc. They took the card details and everything else, address, phone number, name, blah, blah, blah. So I went back home, did it. But when I put the cap back on, when you put the cap back on, screw that back in, click, 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 sort of thing. It came up on the dash, there was a warning to do with fuel. Right, okay. So when I got home, I couldn't get the dogs in because the neighbour was there blocking off the drive. Neighbour's boyfriend was there blocking off the drive, as he so loves to do, to make sure I can't reverse into the drive. Yeah, it's a habit he's gotten into recently. He was never doing that before, but he's got into it recently, so it's another one of those things that he's doing just to be a pain in the arse. So, okay, fine. And I know he's behind that as well. Pretty obvious who's behind that, so, yeah. Right, Lucy, leave. Move. Come on. Jeez. Come on. This way. There's a pidgey. You see the pidgey, Amber? Oh, Amber saw the pidgeys, but she can't run. She's got a belly for the babies. So she's due to have babies any time within the next week now. Well, not quite. In about 2 to 3 days, that's when the possibility is that she could be having pups. But it's probably about 4 to 5 days time. So that'd be interesting. See how many she has. Right, that's cool. So yeah, all fun and games. I won't put any more fuel into the car for a while though. As I say, I then went back and paid, and again took the cap off, put it back on again. But took the cap completely off. I only tightened it when I got home the first time. I had to go in and get the debit card so I could pay. So I went back down with the doggies to pay. So yeah, did that, but the issue was still there. I went out earlier today to the gym, and that warning light was gone. So obviously, whatever was a problem, it got sorted. So that was good because, of course, there's me got in last night thinking, oh no, what's going on now? I've just spent about £1,600 on car issues recently, including this car, buying this car, £600 on the 2006. Well, more than that actually. £700 I think on the 2006 X-Trail. £214 on the other X-Trail. Just to find out what's wrong with it, and then not finding out anything at all. No, leave that. Too big. Lucy, no, come. Lucy, come. That's too big. Sorry, Border Collie. Too big, brother. So yeah, wiped out for money right now. So that was a big outlay. But of course, a friend of Colin says he's interested in having a look at 2006, see if he can do the welding. But of course, the problem is he can't do the welding right now and got the money. Well, I have money to do the welding for a long time. Well, for example, Amber's pups, be at least 4 weeks before any deposits come in. Once deposits come in, I could pay to get the welding done on the 2006 car. Right, and then obviously sell it. Once the welding's done, put it for an MOT, sell it, get it sorted, you know. Boy. I mean, it's a nice enough car, it drives well. Just needs a lot of welding. A lot of welding. I mean, it never passed an MOT as it is. Never in a month for Sundays. Or even more months, Sundays. You can have a whole year of Sundays. As it is, it would never pass an MOT. So, it needs work. And the problem is any work's going to cost money. That's the reality. Any work on the vehicle costs money. So, there you go. That is the reality of the situation, isn't it, really? So, there you go. So, all fun and games. Right, Smiley. Wait, stop eating wood. You can get that one, Mollie. Right, leave, Molly's. You can have that one, Bubba. There you go, you have that one, Mollie. There you go, Mollie Carly. You have that one, Bubba girl. Is that better? You happy now, Mollie? Mollie got a sticky now, see? Oh, Mollie got a sticky. Oh, yes. Mollie now. Leave that. Bring your sticky. Bring your sticky, Mollie. No, not that. Get a sticky. Chewie. Here you go, Chew. It's a bit rotten, that sticky. I think it's going to fall apart in no time at all. Mollie K? It's Mollie K. Oh, yeah, it's Mollie K. Good girl, Mollie Carly. Alright, all fun and games. So, yeah. As to the gym, as I say, it may be better, in order to get the max out, to just do 1 hour. Although I did 2 hours the other day, and that was fine. I did that, so that worked out okay. So why today it didn't, I don't know. It just didn't. Whether it's because I had to wait quarter of an hour to start for the first hour, that may be the reason. I don't know, because normally you have quarter of an hour in between, which is a good time to recover and then start again. Well, I didn't have that this time, because I waited the quarter of an hour and they finished. Downstairs one finished when the upstairs one started, which is just bizarre. That isn't normally the case, but that was the case. So yeah, all fun and games. So I have to figure that one out, I suppose. So yeah, it's got to be done. I've got to figure out what I need to do. Part of that's going to be based upon recovery. Yeah, see how recovery is, see how I feel tomorrow. Yeah. Is the way I do it today a better way to do it? Did I do more max? Well, I got to the point where, yeah, it was funny. I did, on the cable crossover, I had a warm-up of 40, so that's why I did 12 reps on 40. So that's 40k each side. Then moved it up to 50, then 55, then 58. So I did, I think, 6 reps of 50, 6 reps of 55, 6 reps of 58, and I tried 64. Couldn't shift it. So, no surprise, I suppose, after doing what I'd already done. If I'd have started with 64, I could probably have shifted it. So next time, I think it's a case of start with 64. We'll do the warm-up, then straight on to the heaviest being 64. So straight on to that. Rather than see if it's 64 kilograms, you've got to shift from start position. I mean, it's like the only ones. 55 is tough. 58 is tough. Of course, tougher. But once you get it moving, it's okay, it's manageable. You can manage it, 4 to 5 reps comfortably. I mean, after all that, the last couple of reps are sort of sort of thing, real struggle. You can get it halfway, then it takes quite a while to little movements to move it right up to where you want it. That's like the last rep. But that's where it should be. But when I did the upstairs, I didn't do any of that at all. It was a bit easier. I didn't push myself anywhere near as hard. But I had weights on the upper back and the lateral pull down. So I was just going from one to the other. Using one, take a few minutes break, then use the other. Take a few minutes break, use the other. But again, add weight. And then, add weight. Well, after I did the cable crossover downstairs, I also did the Smith machine. And I didn't realise, but I thought I put 20 plus 2 5s on each side. But on one side, I put a 10 and a 5 because they look exactly the same. So on one side, the right-hand side, there was 35k. On the left-hand side, there was only 30k. So it was like, oh, okay. Well, that was doing a flat bench. I then added 2.5s to it as well, just to get a bit more. Well, that was after doing all the cable crossover chest bit, so that was okay. Again, that was a struggle, but that's the whole point. It should be. So that's why, as I say, we'll see what happens next time. See what happens with the recovery this time, because certainly after Friday, there was a tiny bit of achy in the muscles, a tiny bit. As in, you knew that you'd worked the muscles, but that was it. There wasn't any major, which I expected. Especially the shoulders. I absolutely killed the shoulders to the point where I couldn't lift anything else. So I expected the shoulders to be pretty much dead for a couple of days. No, they were a little bit noticeable, but that was it. So, that was fine. So we'll see what it is this time around. So I haven't done really any shoulders just today. So I may book a session for tomorrow. Upstairs and then just do some shoulders. To just do about 40 minutes maybe. Nothing more. Just go and do that, do some shoulders. And shoulders are done. Well, I'm back in Tuesday. I don't know, maybe just wait till Tuesday. I could do some shoulders at home. I've got weights at home, so I could do that. Do some shoulders there. Hello, Bamba. How you doing? Hello, Mollie. Hello, Mollie. What else? Anything else to talk about? Don't know. No idea. There's not an awful lot to discuss. And what I would say with regards to gym work and all stuff like that, you owe it. Certainly if you're with someone or you hope to be with someone, you owe it to that person to be the best you that you can possibly be. So that means work on your mental, on your emotional, and on your physical. Even if that person doesn't mind you being plump, or being overweight, or being obese, even if that person seems to not mind you, they would probably prefer you to be a little bit less than that. Even though they probably wouldn't admit it. No, because if they love you, they accept you as you are. That's the key of loving someone, is that you accept them as they are. So, But having someone who's a little bit more, who's made an effort for you, who's tried. Mollie, come this way. That's good. It's like you see at the gym, weird. All these women seem to do a lot of exercises on their butt and on their thighs and all that. No idea why. I have no idea what the purpose is of that. I suppose they've realised that as they get older, all of that area goes a bit. But you've got time. Focus on the whole of your body. We've got this coronavirus. Because of the coronavirus, people's lungs need to be stronger. So, exercise. Exercise in a way where you're pushing yourself. Where your body is having to, where your white blood cells having to come out and repair muscles that are torn. Where your lungs having to work really hard because you're pushing yourself in that way. And your cardiovascular. Because then you've got more chance of fighting off a virus. If you are someone that's happy with the body you've got and thinks, sod it, whoever I'm with, they've got to accept me as I am, chances are the virus would be quite happy to accept you as you are as well. And you're likely to be impacted by it far stronger because of the fact that you may have unhealthy habits. Let's say all these things, all these unhealthy habits, all these things that are negative are part of the mental, emotional and physical aspects that we need to deal with. So personally, for me, I'm trying to work on the spiritual, the mental, the emotional and the physical. Try and work on all of it. Because all of it makes up who you are. And all of it's going to make a difference to any possible marriage working. For me, being the best version of me that I can be for that individual. For her. Because don't I owe it to her? If I'm expecting her to spend the rest of her life with me, or the rest of my life with me, either way. Chewie, where are you going? Then, I should give her the best version of me that I can possibly give her. That's only right. As I say, live, even if you're single, if you hope to be with someone, start living as if you love them already. Start living as if you're putting them first. That's a good thing for you to be in. It's a good practice for you to be in. It's healthy. It means that when you get with the person, you've already got the right frame of mind. To be living healthy in all areas of your life. So it's not just healthy physically, but healthy mentally, emotionally, and physically. So you can be the best person, as I said, the best person you can be for that individual. Come here. Who are we missing? Missing anyone? Nope. All here. Good. Okay, we're going to get in the car and go home. They've had a walkies. There you go, you've had a walkies, didn't you? Was that good? Lucy, spit it out. No more. Right, you take care. God bless. I'll speak to you soon. Bye-bye.